Would you be okay with Steph winning his 5th title somewhere else?
Oh, hell no.
Oh.
That'll be worse than Joe Montana leaving.
So you're selfish. You'd sacrifice the future of the Warriors just for Steph.
No, I'm not that guy. I'm a Golden State Warrior fan.
I'm not sure who you are anymore.
And I'm voting for Steph. If he runs for office, I'm voting. And the streets are telling me he heard that Bob Myers interview. Steph they all listen to the station.
Yeah, I guess.
Can I ask you a basketball question, you and Evan?
Well,
and Spadoni, before you get to the call.
When I answer, just pretend you're hearing Willard's voice so that the answer will mean something.
Whatever. Anyway, can somebody pinpoint when a player's at the free throw line, the inception of slapping hands with everybody after he shoots? Magic didn't do it. Isaiah didn't do it.
I'm with
Bird didn't do it. I'm just asking, Steiny, when do you think it started?
I can tell you for a fact it started after 1986.
It's incredible. I'm like, who started this?
I don't know.
Oh, man. Anyway, random.
I don't know. 888-957-9570 is the number. By the way, let me tell you, it's funny. I'm always the guy who's like, relax, it's one game. But I'll break my own rule here. Let me tell you what's a recipe for disaster if you're the Warriors.
What a laugh.
Bringing LeBron James in here.
Well, now you're talking
God.
No, Steiny, come on, man. Dude would change everything.
No, he wouldn't.
Lacob had a plan. When
he might change it for the worse. You do realize that, don't you?
Well, I'll say this. In business, to get it, you got to take a chance.
Steph and LeBron guarantee nothing right now.
But some might take that over watching the seeds grow. And not knowing when some are going to blossom or not.
That would be delinquent. Because
shout out Vidal, rap group.
So you would cast some of the young guys over for LeBron. I wouldn't.
Somebody
after I saw him last night, I'm out. I am out.
That was a bad.
That
was bad, Bron.
But this is what I'm talking about. When I listed all these guys: Curry, Draymond, Clay, LeBron, Durant, Kawhi, Westbrook, Harden, PG3, Butler, DeRozan. They can't bring it 65-plus games a year anymore.
But some of those guys have other guys to depend on.
Right,
so 60,
but the Warriors won't if they bring LeBron in here. They won't have anybody to support those two guys. I am out on that.
You never told us.
No way.
Okay, we don't know the motive, but
I'm out.
Ramona Shelbourne joined Willard and Dibbs. I can't remember verbatim what did you make of Joe calling? Do you think that was just, hey, good nothing? Like, I hear what you're saying, it wouldn't work or you wouldn't have the foundation. What did you make of? Doesn't that give you insight to where he might be leaning?
No.
When this is over this season?
One of the things that was always frustrating as a beat writer is that the problem with knowing that Joe Lacob called the Lakers. Okay. I'll bet you called Denver.
But that didn't get out.
I'll bet you called Phoenix.
Yeah, but those didn't get out.
Right. So, but he called them. So it's just because one got out doesn't make it more important than the other.
Well, but it sounded like he didn't call Denver or Phoenix when it was just the Lakers.
I'm telling you they did.
Yeah, no, I'm not fighting you on that.
They called the Bucks. He called the Bucks to see if Giannis is ready to hit the pike. He may have called Houston, sniffing about Şengün. I mean, just because we only heard about that one, I don't believe for a second that he hasn't been making a lot of calls. And just because a guy makes calls doesn't mean that's the other thing. Like,
but that story was big.
There's no rabbits getting pulled out of a hat for the Warriors. They got Durant because the salary cap broke in a way where they got an influx of TV money.
And he did you a solid when he left to get you D-Lo.
Like, you can't,
who turned into Wiggins.
There's no magic potion here.
But I do think there's a scenario, if you want to call it rabbit at it, Steiny, because every time I say move one of the young players, I'm not saying move them all. Like,
well, you're not going to get anybody good for one guy.
But Wiggins could be part,
listen, we've got to start understanding that Wiggins' attachment to a deal does not help the deal. It hurts the deal. It hurts the deal. It's like a team that wants Wiggins is going to want an asset with him. They're going to want a young player they like or a draft pick. Nobody's taking Wiggins.
Could Moses Moody be that guy? And I love Moody. Like let me ask you, saying, man.
What are you giving up for Wiggins and Moses Moody? Two guys who are rotational players on a 10th seed. Like, what are you giving up for them? 888-957-957. Let's go to Trucker George. Trucker George, what's happening, buddy? Oh, hey, God, LeBron. Doing, oh, my God.
What's up, baby? Let's hit a horn. When you get done, give us the horn before you hang up.
Hey, well, I'm not even going to just hit you guys with all the unnecessaries, but we got to take our personal love for Steph Wardell Curry out of it.
Oh,
I hate to do it. I got to slam the rat on the table, guys. Somebody's got to do it.
Brought to you by
Somebody's got to do it.
All right. I think I know what he's going to say.
Uh-oh.
Guys, let's be honest. You want to jumpstart this team again? You want to be relevant in 2-3 seasons? Use these young cornerstones. You know where I'm going with this, guys. And Steinmetz, you know, sir, you've been slow stepping.
I got my ears closed, man. Right. I don't want to hear it.
Don't pin this on me. Say it.
It's the truth. You've got to shop Mr. Wardell Steph Curry after this season. You got to get rid of his buddies and friends and counterparts, the older staff, the older cornerstone.
Birthday. That will
better
never,
time to move a fossil.
That's the nightmare. I'm with you, but that will never happen. Lacob won't do that to Steph is still playing.
You want to talk about I'm with you, Trucker.
No light years, Lacob. Being an investment guy, being a sound businessman.
Move on, Joe.
Isn't going to have an initiative and a plan behind the next generation of young bucks.
I'll tell you this, to your point, and you tell me if you think I'm off. If Steph was Trucker. Not playing at the level he's playing at, Steiny,
which is not as high as he was a few years ago.
But that's comparing him like Tiger Woods. I understand.
But the goal's championships.
Right.
Well, you're the greatest player you've ever had in your franchise.
If Steph was playing at his best year in the league, how many wins would that equate more to on this team? I'll say 3 or 4, and that might be too many.
5-ish.
Okay, but you get my drift. He's still playing at a high level.
Is he playing at a high enough level that you can win a title with him if he's your best player?
Well, we're about to find out.
I believe so.
You got me.
Yeah.
I would say yes.
Okay.
Now, what do I have around me?
You had 3 Hall of Famers around you.
But you're holding me responsible for Clay's injuries and him not being, him not being physically what he was. Draymond just got a new deal. Some could argue he's having one of the best seasons in his career. Now, the days of Draymond Gordon and the other team's
Draymond Green is not having one of the best seasons of his career. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that.
But would you say bad, Matt?
He's missed 2/3 of the games.
Well,
I don't give a rat's.
I'll give you that.
What do you mean if we
when he's
go
on
there?
The court? When he's on the court.
Well, but that contributes to losing.
No doubt.
Well, that's important. Yeah. You keep want to double down on guys who are 34, 35.
But he's not wheelchair look like when I watch Dre, he doesn't I'm telling you, Steiny, more often than not. I'm like,
how are you going to win
the motor is still good.
How are you going to win a title when Draymond plays 55 games a year? Just answer me that question.
You can't.
Okay.
So I'm not looking at it through that.
What are you looking at him? Like next year will be everything.
No suspension.
You catch lightning in a
last year. Okay. What did he play? 75
Well, he got hurt last year.
Yeah.
Well, no, he didn't get hurt.
No,
he punched the guy.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, he got hurt. He didn't get suspended for punching the guy.
Steph's going nowhere. And he shouldn't go anywhere.
Okay.
I brought it.
Listen,
come on now.
Well, I think you're completely off base is when you said that will never happen. Why not? I mean, we might not be there now, but I don't
He's all time.
Okay. So was Chris Mullin. He moved at the end of his career. Yeah. So was Michael Jordan. He played for the Wizards. Shaquille O'Neal played for a ton of teams.
Keep going.
All I'm saying is I'm not saying they need to move Steph. I'm not saying they will move Steph. But what I'm saying is to say that will never happen, again, this is where I just don't think people really get what Joe Lacob's all about. Because he would if he thinks it would help the team. Like, that's the one thing I'm convinced about. Joe, like, some fans may care more about Steph than the Warriors. Joe Lacob does not. Joe Lacob cares more about the Warriors than Steph Curry.
Right. And if you care about the Warriors, you know you got a gem still in Steph Curry. It's about what are you putting around him, and what can you? Are your hands tied? That's what this is about to me.
888-957-9570. I didn't bring it up. I did not bring it up. Don't put that on me.
Man, Evan ain't. Come on now.
Don't put that on me.
Nobody's advocating for that.
I'll tweet it out.
No, look at Evan. Nobody's advocating for that.
Guru said it, not me.
I didn't think Trucker said it.
No, you said.
Look at you. Now, come on. Come on now. I'd move if he got moved.
I mean, and that's if
I'm playing.
If moving Steph could bring you a 5th title, but Steph doesn't get it, I think a lot of Warrior fans would be like, no. I really do. I'm just being dead serious. Yes. Yes.
All right, hey, I hear you.
I really believe that.
You love who you
Warrior
love.
Warrior fans would rather have Steph, some Warrior fans would rather have Steph retire a Warrior, they never win another title, than Steph gets traded and they win a title in 5 years.
I'll tell you this. That's not me, but that's a compliment to Steph because he's been all-time great. But come on.
And it's
nobody is above a championship, Steiny. Come on now.
Well,
you know I know that.
I don't know you know that, honestly.
I just think there's more to, and I'm sounding like a broken record, this is my last time referring to it. I just think there's more to Joe Lacob calling L.A. I do believe, like you said, he called everybody else, but that's the one that got out. And that, to me, just gave us some insight as to where his psyche is in regard to possibly getting not just Steph, their team back to close to number 5. Because when we saw that man in Raymond Riddle right before I think there was
because you just buy anything a rich guy's selling. Like Joe Lacob comes in here, I really think this is it. We got a shot at winning a title, and you think, Steiny, did you see the look in Joe Lacob's eye?
My point is, there was never, ever, hey, we're going to be headed to 10th, and Draymond's going to be suspended for that. Come on, that's all I'm saying, partner.
Yeah, you could have never assumed that, never expected in a million years that Draymond Green might get suspended.
Well, I got burned there
2 years in a row.
Come on, man. That
here's the other
dude
thing.
Was not ready for no 10th seed.
Here's the other thing about like, how do you factor in, okay, how many games is Draymond going to play? Well, there's 3 factors. Will he be hurt? Will he be suspended? And then lastly, most importantly, is Steph playing?
Yeah,
you can't rely on that to win a title.
Well, to his credit, Stoddy, last year he was available.
Who?
Draymond. Okay. He was available.
How many games? How many games?
I want to say 75.
Contract year.
Well, that's
it was a contract year.
Look,
how's he doing this year?
Yeah,
we played 58 games.
I just don't know how you get hurt from 12 p.m. our time to 5 o'clock.
But hey, bend over backwards for him.
Nobody said Draymond was a possibility. I know those are the ones like the booby trap.
It's not a booby trap. It's something he's done his whole career. He doesn't like to play when Steph's not on the court with him.
Man.
Those are facts.
I mean, that game, I'm just saying,
would you acknowledge that?
Yep, there's no doubt.
Well, then
he could be hurt as all outdoors, but that looked bad last night.
Steph better play Saturday.
Well, wow. No, he'll be there because LeBron will play, and he'll be helping him up. That's the only people Dre helps up are LeBron, and I don't like any of that. And I know Warrior fans see it. But come on, Dre, leave their ass on the ground. Well, send a message. You used to do it.
There it is.
I need that.
There it is. Now he can't.
Watch how nice he is Saturday, because those are his folks.
You watch how nice he is. I've watched him his whole career. I know him like the back of my hand. You're apparently expecting something different.
Well, you didn't know he was going to miss Dallas. Like that wasn't.
No, but it makes sense.
I know everything.
It's who he is.
The chef. I got you.
I mean, like that is the one thing. I mean, not when Draymond was in his prime, he's a great player. Right now, he's still a really good player when he plays. These guys don't play enough at the high. They're not playing enough at the level they need to be playing at for this team to win a title. Forget the young guys. They're just appendages. It's time to look at these guys and make a decision whether you really think they can get it done. Let's go to Javier in Vacaville. What's up, Javier?
Javi.
No, Mr. Simon, so I definitely hear the excitement and exuberance you have of taking my call because this is what you call when the rubber meets the road. So, like we said 10 days ago, you were saying, oh, we're going to do this. And I've told you repeatedly, the Warriors do not have the depth to maintain what they wanted to do, making no off-season and or NBA trade deadline moves. And you said the Kings don't have no action. Well, they're in 6th, like I told you, because they have depth. They went and acquired depth. When they have a Kevin Hurd not play, Keon Ellis is a homegrown product. You have not invested in the Moses Moody's of the world enough. And you can smack your lips and raise your eyebrows and roll your eyes to the sky, and I don't care. But the fact of the matter is, let's put the right on the table. Shout out to my man, Gerald the Guru Johnson. The right on the table is that the Warriors do not have the time now to try to backtrack and make up for lost time. They have those opportunities to develop some guys more. Outside Kuminga, Moses Moody should be a focal point of your offense. And you guys are going to slip into the plan and probably one and done.
Did you say Moses Moody should be the focal point of the Warriors offense?
No, when you have Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson coming off the bench, and Draymond Green not playing, he should be getting 10 to 15 shots a game. But I know you know best because the Warriors are the 10th seed, and Moses Moody hasn't developed at all and be a significant role player in your team. If you don't think so, why does he get minutes when Draymond and Steph are playing? Because you guys haven't developed him properly. And again, Keon Ellis is an undrafted free agent. He started for us last night and has played major minutes for us in the last 20 games, if not all season, and it's just got a contract extension with us, proven to be a solid depth piece at the guard position. Now, you might not take any credence for what I'm saying because I know you're Mr. Know-It-All, but that's a fact, though, man. Steinmetz, you got to realize that the Warriors have overvalued their bench for the players that were in the past and not invested in any NBA trade deadline moves they should have made to push them into the top 6. The Kings will make the top 6, like I told you, like they are currently right now. Sure. The Warriors are going to be lucky to slip into the 10th seed, and what's the shame is that Steph Curry's not getting any younger. You guys could have really catapulted yourself in the top 3 if you would have made and swung for the fences and cut or traded Dre.
When did I? So Javi, I think this is a championship team.
What's he talking with me?
What's like? Come on, Javi. Yeah. And you know what?
And don't go fat mouthing now, Javi. We didn't hear from you for a month when Sack was.
Javi's fine.
I know when Sack was.
Listen.
Now they're 6. I love Javi.
Right.
Come on.
By the way, Javi, just to give you some big picture stuff. Kings won 48 games last year. They were the 3rd seed. And I made a bet with Guru. I said, you know what? I don't know that they'll win 49 games this year.
They got 38 now.
They're going to be right on that number again, or they're going to be a little bit short. But they're not going to be as good of as, let's stop thinking the Kings.
Well, they don't want any part of the play-in. Their playoffs have already started.
Do the Kings have are they making a championship run this year?
No, I don't believe.
Come on, Javi. Let's go to, and he's painting me as the guy who says, oh, we've got action. I'll tell you what, they could win it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I've been saying that.